Okay, everybody ready? Rick?
Yeah.
You good? Okay. Good evening. It is 5:34, Thursday, August 26, 2021, and I call this public hearing of the Board of Trustees to order. Roll call to establish quorum. Myself, Rachel Trevino, Brian Acosta, Rick Garza, Pete Martinez III is virtual, Eddie Howe Jr., and that's all we have as of now. Okay. Next on the agenda, we have open forum. Is there anybody signed up for open forum? Okay. Okay. Presentation of the proposed 2021-2022 budget and proposed tax rate. Mrs. Mendiola.
Good evening, Madam President, trustees, and MISD staff and community. Tonight we have Ms. Olga Hines, our CFO, that will be presenting our 2021-2022 budget and proposed tax rate.
Good evening, Madam President, board members, Superintendent Mendiola, and community members. I open this public hearing on the 2021-2022 school year that is being recommended by administration, which will require board approval. On page 1, on the first tab, it's numbered page 1, but it may be your second after the signature page, tab 1. Okay. This report is by function and further broken down by object. We'll start with the total revenues, which are located 3/4 of the page down. In the first column heading, general operating fund revenues are $56 million. Special revenues, this column is informational only because these funds are granted by the federal government and do not require board approval. If you look above the revenue total of the $41 million for the special revenue funds, you'll see the line item of the $39,898,939. This total includes the ESSER 2 in the amount of $11 million, I'm rounding the numbers, and also includes ESSER 3 for $24 million in expenditures. We'll move on with debt service fund at $5 million. Internal service funds, the revenues are at $6 million for a total memorandum total of $107,943,168. We move on to appropriated expenditures, starting with instruction service at the bottom of this page. On the next page, we continue with instructional and school leadership. That is campus administration, principals, assistant principals, instructional supervisors. Next is support services. Those include nurses and counselors. Administrative, that's central office administration. As we turn the page, we continue with facilities, which includes maintenance, security, and technology. Next is ancillary services, another name for community services. The debt service, which includes bonds and loans. And capital outlay, which is construction. We'll go to page 4. There we have intergovernmental. Included in there is JJAP, tax office. And toward the middle of the page, you have the total expenditures, which are for general operating, $56 million. Special revenue funds at $41 million. Debt service fund at $5 million. Internal service funds at $6 million, for a total memorandum of $108,344,168. The last line item on this page shows the increase or decrease to the fund balance in each of the fund categories. As shown in the first column, the general operating fund is a balanced budget, so it is 0, it is blank, because it is balanced. And so is the special revenue funds. As you can see with the debt service, We will be decreasing the debt service fund balance by approximately $150,000. In the internal service fund, approximately $100,000 will be reducing the workers' compensation fund balance, and the difference of the $150,000 will be from the health insurance fund balance. Since COVID-19 is continuing to impact student enrollment, the district may have to adjust ADA projections to reduce the budget and curtail overspending. We've been having meetings with Mrs. Mendiola, and ADA will be monitored throughout the year.
I have a quick question, ma'am. I'm sorry to interrupt, and I'm sorry
Yes,
I'm
sir.
late, but
No, it's
I have
okay.
a quick question. Now that we bring up the ADA, and since it's relevant because we're planning and we're budgeting, how does it look, Ms. Mendiola?
As of today, the count as of this afternoon, we are about 800 students shy of our projected enrollment.
It's understandable because I'm sure as a teacher, I've noticed it too, Ms. Mendiola.
Yes.
So, can we assure the community, the taxpayers, what type of, I guess, intervention we're doing?
So, of course, we're starting to call all the homes of the individual students who have not enrolled. We had our community liaisons start calling as of yesterday, and they will continue calling today. Our truancy officers are now going to start going out to the homes, knocking on doors, our administrators as well. If I have to get out there, I'll do it as well. We'll start walking home to home and visit those individuals who have not enrolled in our district and who reside in our district.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mendiola. I appreciate it. I think
Yes, sir.
it's relevant, guys, that we're on top of the things like that, okay? And I have the greatest confidence in the school district that we'll get this situation under control.
Yes.
So, thank you, Ms. Mendiola, for
Yes,
that
sir.
prompt response.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Hines?
Yes, sir.
You commented that those $150,000 is off of the debt service fund balance,
Yes, sir.
and that was due to our medical costs?
No, on the debt service, the 100, right, you said the debt service?
Yeah, debt
Yes,
service.
that's the difference to make up. Remember how the 13 cents had been swapped earlier?
Yes. Mhm.
So we were using the fund balance to help the difference. Now that we've moved them back, we're starting to build up the fund balance, but it will take there's like a year, 2 years lag to help build it back up. And so we are, I don't know, I don't want to use the word digging. We're reducing fund balance by a small amount to help pay for the bonds
Okay.
into fund balance, because we did have a fund balance available in that fund.
Okay.
You can continue, Ms. Hines.
Okay, we'll go to page 5. This information is the district-wide budget combining all funding categories, the general operating, special revenue, debt service, et cetera. And this page contains the same information as I just discussed in the previous 4 pages, but this is presented by spending category. You can see the column headings are under payroll, contracted services, supplies, et cetera. And this is for all funds.
Okay, I have a quick question. If Ms. Hines and Ms. Mendiola, I apologize. It's just for the new board members and even myself, when I'm comparing the previous budget, and I was doing my homework on it, so maybe you can enlighten me on, for example, when I looked at the instruction from 2021, instruction 11, it's 30 million. And here on the new budget, it's 47 million. So, you know, I'm just a simple math teacher. Can just elaborate real quick? I know it's something to do with a grant, I suppose, right? But
Right.
I
Yes.
just wanted to be on the record that we are looking at the budget and we are doing our homework. So can you
Yes,
answer
sir.
that question, please?
You're looking at function 11 instruction
Yes, ma'am.
from the total of 47 million?
That is correct.
Okay. Yes, that is due with the increase with federal ESSER, ESSER money,
Okay.
and the payroll has increased because we are reclassifying teachers and principals and a lot of the teachers, which is function
Teacher-
11 classroom,
librarians,
will be
technology.
funded.
Okay.
Yes, we're
Fair enough.
Due to the
classifying
increase. Yes, sir.
a good amount of personnel.
So that leads to logically saying, well, maybe that'll help us on our fund balance later on?
Definitely, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you,
ESSER will
ladies.
help alleviate
Encouraging.
199 funds.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, let's turn on to the next page. Page 6, it's the same report that we just talked about right now, except that this one is the general fund only. This is only the one XX, everything that goes into 199. And the other one included the revenue funds, the special revenue and the debt service. And like we had discussed that function 11 that Mr. Hernandez had asked about, and you can see from general funds, it drops down to 24 million on the grand total. And that's because ESSER is part of special revenue funds, and that was included in the other page. Any questions? Okay, on the next page, depending on the tax rate adopted, the board will be approving the 2021, the 2022 proposed budget recommended by administration, or the alternate budget with a proposed tax rate of $1.32. The alternate budget excludes the special projects that would be funded with the disaster pennies. And the summary is there. It's just excluding the projects that would be funded. Any questions?
I have a quick question, Ms. Hines, Ms. Mendola. On this one here, the pennies and such, if we choose, again, I'm not trying to persuade anybody how to vote, but I'm just saying, if we decide to approve, let's say the recommendation, can I do that? Can I discuss if it approves, if we approve the, now, that's basically, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it going to be restricted? If we-
Yes.
How
Yes.
would it be restricted to, for the taxpayers' sake?
Okay, on tab 2, don't go to that, Roland.
If I'm
'cause
jumping
it'll
ahead,
take-
it's okay, I
Yes.
can wait up.
Well, if no other questions, we can go to the next tab.
Is that okay?
Okay. Okay, on tab 2, I'll start and then I will answer Mr. Hernandez's question. Tabs 2 through 5 are the budgets by funds, further detailed by every account number. The general funds are in tab 2, and those are child nutrition, state compensatory, bilingual, general operating funds, etc. Tab 3 would include the special revenue funds. Those are your federal grants such as Title I, Special Ed Federal, Special Ed Co-op. Your tab 4 is your interest and sinking fund. Tab 5 is your internal service funds, which includes the print shop, workers' compensation fund, unemployment, and health insurance funds. Okay, in tab 2, if you go toward the back of, tab 2 toward the back, go to the last page, and then kind of go forward. Sorry. You'll see down at the bottom of the bottom right part of the page, you see the funds, 199. As you flip to, get to 198.
What is it entitled, Ms. Hines? Is there,
Yes, it's just that, see down here, you have the 199.
okay,
Go forward to page 198.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, 198, there the summary page is there, but if you go to the page 2 of 198, you can see toward the bottom of page 2, and you see like maybe the second account number, it says 19851 6629-00001699D. You see the D? That is designating the disaster pennies increase. So we have set aside a budget for that.
And to answer Mr. Hernandez's question, those are restricted funds.
Right.
There we go.
Those would be the restricted.
That's restriction for construction?
Any damages that
We
were
incurred by the
incurred by
hurricane.
the Hurricane Hannah,
Mhm.
such as additional damages to the roofs, to the parking lots, windows, fences. I don't know what else I'm leaving
Any
out.
damage, yes,
Any
that has
damages.
occurred.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay. Now we're going to tab 6. And this is the state template. The pages, the pages show the data entered based on the projected enrollment for the coming school year. For budgeting purposes, 4216 was projected for ADA. Now that school has started, the district's enrollment numbers appear to be trending lower than the 4216. But once enrollment stabilizes, a new revenue estimate may require a decrease in expenditures if students don't enroll. And like I said earlier, we are having meetings with Mrs. Mendiola and talking about ADA and enrollment, which affects ADA. And we will be monitoring it very closely throughout the year. Yes, ma'am.
So what is going to be the plan moving forward if our ADA does not increase? Are you going to go by a percentage decrease of these expenditures
We
in
will-
order to make sure that we maintain a balanced budget?
Yes.
Or are you going to just eliminate projects?
All of the above, all of the
Yes.
above. We will decrease the ADA, a certain percent, and then the ladies and I have talked about decreasing in substitutes, using our own personnel, combining classrooms with low counts, and using teachers to be remote conferencing teachers, to even substitute in classes. Obviously, cut overtime, cut in all areas that we need to in order to maintain a balanced budget. ESSER dollars can also help continue to relieve some of our 199 as well. So
Right.
we have, we're making a list, and basically it's all of the above.
Okay.
Okay, let's move to tab 7. This contains the tax rate worksheet used to estimate the tax collections for the 2021-2022 budget year based on the Hidalgo County Appraisal District Certified Appraisal Roll property values. The certified tax roll is enclosed in this tab, and the first page worksheet in this tab includes the disaster pennies. The second one behind it shows the calculation without the disaster pennies. So we have included both. And this year, there is a new requirement this year in the tax rate adoption requiring the district to include as an appendix to the district's budget the tax rate calculation forms used by the Hidalgo County Tax Office to calculate the district's no new revenue tax rate and voter approval tax rate. The last 8 pages of this, in this tab, are the forms that are required, and it is labeled the 2021 Tax Rate Calculation Worksheet. And the no new revenue tax rate is in Section 1, Page 1. And on Page 5, Section 2 is the voter approval tax rate. The calculations the county tax uses with numbers we provide to them, and then some of the numbers they provide from their tax rolls. Any questions? Okay, we move to tab 8. And this is the notice of public meeting to discuss budget and proposed tax rate. It was published in accordance to the tax code requirement in the Mercedes Enterprise on August 11, 2021, and this notice is provided by the Hidalgo County Tax Assessor Collector's Office. The second page in this tab is the 2020-2021 actual budget and the 2021-2022 proposed budget. This proposed budget summary must be posted on the district's website homepage, and it has been posted. Behind that page, we have the administrative cost ratio. This ratio is only for informational purposes. The reason we share it with you is because this is one of the indicators in which the district is rated on in the FIRST, the Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas. Depending on the district's final ADA for the 2021-2022 data, the district will be below the administrative cost standard of 11.51% if our student ADA falls within the range of $1,000 and $49.99. This concludes the 2021-2022 presentation. Any questions?
Thank you, Ms. Hines.
Thank you.
We can adjourn this meeting? We can go. And do I need a motion or anything, or I can just adjourn? Okay. At this time, it is 5:55, and we are going to adjourn the public hearing of the Board of Trustees. Does anybody need a break or anything before we get started? It's not 6 yet, so. Oh, it is, so we have to continue? We don't have to. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can do it. Did I have to say that Mr. Hines